plant shut down.
I'll find things to keep him busy, Mr. Schuster.
I'm afraid we can't afford that.
Mr. Schuster, we're talking about 15 people next week who you'll have to tell won't have a job when they come in.
Come off it, Boudreaux. Don't try to make a villain out of me. Yes?
Mrs. Schuster to see you.
Wait a minute. Ask her to wait a moment, please. And, Marion, bring in that personnel rating folder.
Yes, sir.
I'll have those layoff notices to you by morning.
Okay, you're calling the shots. A lot of people in this town aren't going to understand. A lot of people.
Marion, come here. I'll show you what I want you to do. Here you'll find the employee's efficiency rating. Here, their seniority. I want you to go through the whole thing, select 15 for layoff notices. The efficiency rating is the most important, not the seniority. Okay? Think you can do that?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It's a simple job.
Oh, it isn't that. It's...
All right, I'll take it home tonight and do it myself.
I couldn't take that responsibility.
Ask my wife to come in, please.
Yes, sir.
You can go home, Marion, if you finished with everything else.
Thank you. Miss Schuster? Oh, thank you. Good night. Good night. Hi.
Hello, darling.
For you.
What's this?
It's a gift to your desk.
Well, my desk thanks you.
David, you look so tired.
Oh, I don't know. You plan something on paper, it's one thing. When you have to face the people it affects, it's something else.
Well, everything improves with time.
Or it gets worse.
Hey, come on. Open your present. I saw it in the store window on the way to the hairdresser's. You like it?
Maybe it'll get me home earlier,
How about tonight? Are you finished? I thought maybe we could go home together and stop and have a drink.
No, I'm afraid I have some other things to do. I'll try not to be too late.
All right. I'll leave you then, and maybe you'll come home early. Oh, I heard something at the hairdresser's about Allison Mackenzie. It seems that Elliot Carson isn't her stepfather, as we assumed. He's her father.
Well?
Period.
Period what?
All right, semicolon.
Oh, darling, don't play games with me.
They waited 18 years to get married.
So?
Well, Elliot Carson was in jail all that time for murdering his wife.
Oh, Doris.
Well, except that he didn't murder her.
Stop it.
Mrs. Chernick said that we'd hear it.
Well, I don't have to hear it from you.
David, I heard about it, and since Allison is spending time with Kim, I thought you should know about
You're
it.
condemning the girl?
No.
Well, why did you come up here dressing up the visit with a gift?
You have no right to condemn David.
Neither of us has, especially us.
I wasn't talking about that. You were condemning me.
Oh, Doris.
You said, are you condemning that girl?
I asked you if
Oh,
you were
no,
condemning
you
the
said,
girl.
you assumed.
You come bursting up here in the middle
I came here, David, to bring you a gift.
Okay.
And to ask you to go out and have a drink. And to give you some information about Allison. She's spending time with our daughter. I was giving you information. Because it seems that Allison has a very special problem, too. Oh,
I'm sorry I startled you.
it's all right.
Yes, what is it?
My name is Cord, Stephen Cord. I'm with Theodore Dow.
Oh, come in.
David, try not to be too late.
I won't be late. Oh, Mr. Cord, this is Mrs. Schuster.
How do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Cord? Goodbye, David.
Good night, dear. I didn't know that Dow had an associate.
Well, he didn't until yesterday. I was with Wainwright and Kennerly when Mr. Peyton transferred his legal affairs to Mr. Dow.
I take it you were part of the transfer?
wouldn't say that exactly.
I see. Well, now what can I do for you, Mr. Gore? I'm supposed to authorize the fact that I have already authorized stock requisitions?
I know. It seems a bit unnecessary to me, too, but then Mr. Peyton likes to do things his way.
See? All right. There you are. Anything else?
Well, that's it. Let's say these were like letters of introduction. I'm looking forward to this association.
I'm sure we'll get along fine. Especially when I have to sign papers authorizing me to authorize. Next time, let's do this over lunch.
Well, that's a good idea. Good night.
Good night.
Betty, you frightened me. Well, how was your day?
It was all right.
I waited for you to get home before I started dinner.
I'm not hungry yet. Mother, are you going to divorce Daddy? Isn't that what you asked Mr. Dow?
Yes?
Why did you ask me to leave the office?
I was embarrassed.
Why?
Well, I know how much you love your father.
Well, I still love him, but that doesn't mean I can't understand your position. Still,
Yes?
I can't help feeling everything is wrong.
Betty, I am not going to divorce your father. I have no grounds, not here. I could go away and file, but I'm not sure the divorce would be valid.
Are you sure?
In this state, insanity is not grounds for divorce.
But that's horrible. Either it's right or wrong, not because of a line on a map.
It's the law. I can't change it.
That same law let Rod and I act as if our marriage had never happened. It rewarded us a second chance we did nothing to earn. Now it's punishing you for 20 years of trying. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't have to. Why don't you go set the table,
Mother, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Mother.
Betty, what would you have me do?
I wish I could tell you. I've done a lot of talking to myself, what's expected of us. Are we supposed to spend the rest of our lives going to work, coming home, having supper, early to bed, early to rise? No. Why can't we have fun?
I'll go warm supper.
Mother. I know, we were talking about you, and then all of a sudden I started thinking of myself. Forgive me.
You answer the door, please.
Are we expecting something?
Yes, Mr. Schuster from the mill.
What does he want?
Well, I'm not sure. He phoned and said he wanted to come over. It was important.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I ask a lot of my secretaries, Mrs. Anderson. That's why I've come to you. I've gathered that you were more than that to Harrington.
That I can assume you will apologize to Miss Choate.
Certainly, Doctor. I'll find her immediately and tell her I'm sorry. She's a vicious, nagging old witch.
The other night when I took you home, I wanted to stay.
You could have.